2024 lifetime Unbound gravel motorcycle.
Unbound gravel is a living, breathing, life-changing thing for people. And like that's what keeps me here is I am in love with Unbound gravel. I am in love with Emporia, Kansas. I'm like so passionate about this.
If you come here unfit, you're not going to be able to capture what you probably want to capture, right? So it's the same thing. I mean, you got to hydrate, you got to do all that kind of stuff that the athletes do, because really we're athletes as well. Everybody's an athlete.
I'm here at Unbound as Peter Stetna's professional mechanic. Pete and I met through a mutual friend, and he asked me if I wanted to bounce around to a couple races with him as mechanic. And we had a blast, we worked well together, and it's kind of from there. That was about 5 years ago.
One of the pieces I think that's pivotal really to the race day, for me anyway, is being able to go out and scout the course. Knowing the course is definitely, it's just a piece that's out of the equation. So I know what's going to be on the other side of the horizon. I know that I just need this part of the course. I can bug out after that. I need to be able to wrap my head around what this is going to look like and how could I put people in there. And then be able to create images before they happen. So if it rains, for us as creators, that's like the best, right? You want that mud and you want all that stuff.
This is now an overhaul project.
Yeah, weather's a very big factor.
Just cleaned the bike and we're going pretty deep.
Typically we look forward to the nastier weather. We're prepared. Like, we have the equipment, we have the tools, we have the know-how, and typically nasty weather, extreme cold, extreme heat, funky rain, can almost give us an advantage just because of how much time we spend together, how well practiced we are.
The amount of work that goes into creating an event like what we're putting on here in Emporia, the scale of that is so much more than anyone could imagine. There's so much happening behind the scenes from the command center and emergency services and traffic signage and safety, and even from a PR perspective and the scale of media that are coming from around the world. And all of those, the makeup of all of that is what makes up the event.
When I first started shooting here, I think there was 3 of us that actually shot for the event, and that was kind of it. And now, you know, like last year they had 2 media meetings. So there was I think 200 people here. So kind of knowing a little bit of how to navigate all of the traffic, you know, and not be part of that traffic.
I'd say the biggest challenge for Unbound is preparedness. Making sure there is no questions unanswered when Pete hits the start line.
Ringer will be 28.5.
When he comes into the aid stations, it's practiced, it's known, it's, you know, the specifics are ironed out. Don't just assume it's going to be cool, don't have it in your head.
Yeah.
Literally have rider and mechanic interact a couple times together.
Boom, boom. Oh yeah, you do that, that's the way.
That's the hardest part about this one, as opposed to kind of winging it doesn't work at this event.
Our racers and the brands and the community, like they all kind of lead with gratitude. And I just love seeing riders waving at course marshals or thanking volunteers. I think that shows that there is an awareness that folks didn't have to be out there, and these small town rural communities are coming out to support the event experience.
music do you like to wrench to?
I don't really listen to music. If I have a bike to build, a lot of the NPR podcasts like This American Life, Science Friday, I'll put those on.
I have this very light bicycle I got.
And I'll also find myself zoning like out, and then I'll hear something in the podcast and go, I have no idea what just happened in the last half hour.
It's always been really hard at the races because a lot of the photographers will cover specific people or they cover brands, and I do all as opposed to just kind of a little pond trying to capture certain people. And so I've been a very strong advocate for making sure that we capture the women at these races. I think it's really important to get them coverage.
Welcome to the 2024 Unbound Travel. I'm Michelle.
No word means fast.
We have about 45 women still together around mile 33 now. He's up there. Yeah.
The what part? Nervous part.
Just under 3 miles out from Alma, which is checkpoint number 1.
Yeah, that's good. We've had some like during race changes from the athletes.
We are waiting for our lead women to come through. They're currently on a minimum maintenance section.
They're sending voice memos or messages.
Wayne put 3 bottles and all the food and a nice Vietnamese that bag. We take it on the fly. Come on, Iz.